Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr Lynda Cramer. Okay, as some of you may be aware, on Sundays at 9 a.m. Brisbane time, I do a live tarot. And this week, when I was doing my live, I got a comment and the person has given me permission to use this comment so I can do a video about it today. So on my live, I've got it here, I took a screenshot. On my live, the person's name is The Channel That Grew From a Mistake. I love that YouTube channel. The Channel That Grew From a Mistake, okay? Their comment was, "Hey Linda, happy Saturday. How would you deal with feelings of despair and hopelessness?" Let's go there today. Despair and hopelessness. Just writing that down, and hopelessness. How many are feeling like that now? We're all going through it, okay? Everybody on the planet, we're feeling like our self-love is down the toilet, our self-pride is down the toilet. We can't appreciate anything because we are so absorbed with bills, cost of living expenses, all our utilities, electricity, phone bills are all going up, up, up. It is so hard to stay focused, and it's so hard to stay in a love vibration when the world is falling apart around us, yeah? So, spiritually, let's go there today. I'm going to give you a few pointers. So if you do want to grab a pen and paper, please pause this video, go and grab a pen and paper, because today I'm going through how I deal with it, and I hope this helps you as well. Okay, I'm not saying that my technique is the best technique or the only technique, but I hope and pray that what I say today does help you out. So, when you get in focused, number one, we must identify our emotions of how we're feeling. So, when we're feeling despair and hopelessness, we call it out and we identify what we feel. Emotions. Are we angry? Are we feeling lost, confused? Are we feeling dehydrated, headache? Are we feeling any side effects like that headache? Diarrhea can come on when we're a little bit stressed. Are we not sleeping well? So we write down all our symptoms and identify how we're feeling. Emotions and also the side effects of those emotions. I know when I get stressed, I can't eat. Maybe I need a dose of that at this point because I'm on a diet. But getting back to focus here, keeping it on track, we must identify what we're going through. Emotions, write it down. I'm feeling like, and fill in the blanks. Then number two is we acknowledge it. Acknowledge how we got to this point, okay? I'm not sleeping because of. I'm angry because of. We must remember, the first thing with emotions, they are always a reaction to something else going on. No one ever just feels happy. No one ever just feels upset. So it's always a reaction to something else going on. People playing loud music or fighting all day, so we get stressy. So we're reacting to what the external factors are in our existence. And the other thing with emotions is that it's energy. So we have to acknowledge how our energy is feeling on top of the emotions and side effects that we're going through. Okay? So we firstly identify what we're feeling. Then we acknowledge it and we call it out for what it is. And then we have to let it go. In my book, 5 Years in Heaven, I talk about an example where I use a cup of water. Let's do it now. This water is up to here. You can see it. The water's up to there. So how full is this water bottle? Ask yourself, how full is this water bottle? It's full. It's got this much water and this much air. If I open it up, that's not a vacuum in there. There's air in there. So if I want more air, which is all the good stuff in life, I've got to let go of the water. And if I want more water, I've got to let go of the air to fill it up. So look at it this way. When we want a new car, we always get rid of the old car first, and then we buy a new car. If we want new clothes, we get rid of our old clothes first. If we want a new house, we get rid of the old house first before we get the new one. So we must let go before we receive. Does that make sense to you? So in part of this gratitude and releasing, we say thank you for everything we've been through, even all the rough and tough stuff. We say thank you so much for giving me excessive bills. Thank you so much for giving me food prices going through the roof, the neighbours that scream all day, my job that's not working out, my marriage just fell apart, or whatever it is that you can say. Thank you for it, okay? Be grateful for it, because we don't see it yet, but in the years to come, this is going to strengthen, support, and make you love yourself for who you've become because of all this stuff we're going through now. Okay, we must stay focused on the end game, who we become when we go through all this stuff. Okay, so write it down, how you're feeling. Acknowledge it. And then be grateful for it and say, thank you so much for giving me all this hardship, whatever, I've got worries, but now I release it. I let it go. I don't need it anymore. And when we say that, we get this calmness comes to us, because now we don't need that emotional attachment to all the external stuff going on. We get emotionally connected to things. That's why we get angry when things don't go our way. But as soon as we let it go, or them go, if it's people that are doing this to you, you let them go, and then you sit there in this peace, because your frequency or your energy, which is emotions, is now calm. It's not reacting anymore. And that's what we want to get to. Because now, in this calmness of that peace that comes when we're not reacting or getting triggered by what's going on around us, this is when we can start manifesting all the goodness that we do want. What is it that you really desire? Make a list of all the things on that bucket list. I want to do this. I want to go there. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. $15 million wouldn't hurt, right? Make your list. Or why did I just only say 15 million? Go big. Because energy doesn't just say, oh yeah, it's only, she wants $15 or $15 million. I can't manifest $15 million because it's too big. No. Energy doesn't see size of manifestation. It creates what we think. So think big, dream hard, and create what you're passionate about. When we're passionate about what we want and we can see it in our mind, we manifest it, we visualize it into something that's real. Guess what happens then? Reality occurs. So let's go through the list. 1 is identify. 2 is acknowledge. 3 is to be grateful and release and let go of all the stuff we don't want. This is when we can do all our manifestation techniques, breathing techniques. Okay? Because after we let go, we can manifest and fill up all this goodness of what we want within ourselves. So if you are feeling despair, if you are feeling hopeless at this point, remind yourself that energy is only temporary, because energy is constant and it changes regularly. So you're not going to be going through this forever. So my last technique is just a little added bonus for you. Look yourself in the mirror, like homework. I love giving people homework. Look at yourself in the mirror and you say to yourself, you know what? I am damn proud of you for getting to this point. I am so proud that everything has worked out for you up until this point. The universe really does look after us, yeah? And then you can say, honestly, I love you for getting through everything in our lives. Sure, we've all made mistakes. We've all made those judgment errors every now and again, right? I wish I hadn't done that. But look at the person that we're turning into because we did make the wrong mistake. So, moving forward, remind yourself how much you love yourself. Self-love doesn't just happen by saying, I love me. Well, it can, but appreciate, respect, support yourself, take care of yourself, compliment yourself. How often do we say to other people, wow, I like your shoes, but when do we ever say, hey, Linda, you know what? I really like how you've done your hair today. Anything about you. Compliment you. Fill yourself with that gratitude that you're doing the best that you can in a world gone mad and you're still here fighting the fight. And love you. Forgive yourself for all the stupid things we've done in our lives. And say to yourself, you know what? That turned me into a better person who now knows better. So I hope and pray these techniques today has helped. Thank you so much to the people who watch my YouTube on Sunday mornings, Brisbane time at 9 a.m. Come along, get a free tarot card. I'm happy to do it for you because I love you all. So on that note, take care, stay in love, and let's fight this together. Bye.